Fashion-specific, still emotional style isn't about impressing others, it's about returning to yourself. When what you wear reflects who you truly are, you stop dressing for approval and start dressing from alignment. Every piece in your wardrobe becomes an extension of your peace, your boundaries, your voice. True confidence grows quietly, not from trends, but from truth. And before we close, remember, your style is not what's seen, it's what's felt. Insight 1. Clothing as emotional architecture. How fabric shapes your mood. What touches your skin all day doesn't just clothe you, it converses with your body, shaping how calm or chaotic you feel inside. Fabric is emotional architecture. It builds the atmosphere you live in, layer by layer. When your clothes support your senses, your mind softens into focus. But when they fight against your rhythm, tension quietly gathers beneath your calm. Linen, for instance, teaches stillness. Its fibers breathe easily, letting air and space move between you and the world. On long, demanding days, linen helps your body regulate heat and stress, allowing your thoughts to flow with less resistance. Silk, with its smooth touch, signals safety to your nervous system. There's a reason it's long been associated with softness and grace. And cotton, humble, familiar, grounding, carries a kind of emotional neutrality. It's what many people unconsciously reach for when they need balance, not attention. Synthetic fabrics, though practical, often tell a different story. They trap warmth and energy, sometimes creating a faint restlessness you can't quite name. Studies in sensory ergonomics suggest that artificial fibers can heighten static charge and skin friction, subtly stimulating the body's stress response over time. It's not dramatic. It's quiet, cumulative, like background noise that never stops. That's why, on stressful days, choosing natural fibers isn't vanity. It's therapy. It's one small way to regulate how you feel without forcing anything. Because fashion isn't about control, it's about harmony between material and mood. Sometimes it's not our schedule that overwhelms us, it's what our skin is silently carrying. Insight 2. The silent dialogue between color and self-perception. Color isn't decoration, it's language. Every shade you reach for begins a quiet dialogue between who you are and what you need. It's less about impressing anyone and more about restoring balance within yourself. When your inner world feels scattered, color can be the softest form of self-care, a silent reassurance that you are listening to your own rhythm. The hues we gravitate toward often whisper truths we haven't yet named. Soft blues, for example, calm the edges of the mind, helping you breathe a little slower when life feels too loud. Earth tones, browns, olives, and terracottas anchor you when you need grounding, a return to something stable and real. Blush tones invite warmth, not for show, but as a reminder of tenderness, the kind you owe yourself as much as anyone else. This isn't about textbook color psychology or rules about what each shade should mean. It's about resonance. It's about noticing how certain tones either echo your energy or soothe it. When you're emotionally drained, you might find yourself choosing muted colors, not out of dullness, but as a subconscious way to ask for stillness. Your body knows what your mind forgets. That peace sometimes comes in quieter palettes. Color is self-communication in its purest form. And when you listen, it teaches you how to care for yourself gently, truthfully. Sometimes the shades we choose are the words our hearts couldn't say out loud. Insight 3. How texture triggers trust and calm in social settings. Texture is touch translated into trust. Before words are exchanged, your clothing begins a quiet conversation with your body, your emotions, and even with the people around you. The surface of a fabric can steady your energy or scatter it, shaping how grounded and open you feel in every interaction. Soft textures, like cashmere, fine cotton, or brushed wool, carry an almost therapeutic quality. They remind your nervous system of safety, helping you stay centered when you're being observed or listened to. Structured fabrics, on the other hand, create gentle boundaries. A crisp cotton shirt or tailored blazer gives a sense of order, making you feel anchored and intentional without forcing formality. But harsh or synthetic textures can have the opposite effect. When a fabric feels stiff or sticky against your skin, your body responds before your mind can reason. Subtle irritations, like static, friction, or heat buildup, signal discomfort, and that restlessness often shows up as fidgeting, impatience, or an inability to stay fully present. It's not superficial. it's biological. Studies on tactile sensitivity show that uncomfortable textures can activate mild stress responses in the brain, influencing both confidence and empathy. So when calm presence matters, say in a meeting, a conversation that requires patience, or even a first impression, choosing a soft knit sweater or structured cotton can make all the difference. The way fabric feels against your skin often decides how you show up before you even speak. Insight 4. Dressing as a self-soothing ritual, not self-display. Getting dressed can be one of the most intimate moments of your day, not a performance for the world, but a quiet act of grounding for yourself. When you treat dressing as a ritual instead of a reaction, you begin the day in alignment rather than defense. It becomes less about being seen and more about being settled. Small actions hold remarkable power. The way you steam your clothes, lay out each piece with intention, or choose textures that feel kind to your skin. All of it sends signals of calm to your mind. These gestures say, I care for myself before the day asks anything of me. Neuroscientists often note that repetitive rituals, like making tea, journaling, or getting dressed mindfully, activate neural pathways linked to safety and focus. They remind your body that life is happening at your pace, not the world's. Dressing can even become a form of gratitude. Each time you choose an outfit, you can whisper to yourself, I get to show up in alignment today. It's a gentle declaration of readiness, without rush, without pretense. When dressing transforms into ritual, something shifts inside you. Your clothes stop being armor and start becoming affirmation. You move through your day not trying to prove, but simply to be, whole, grounded, and aware. When dressing becomes ritual, style turns into sanctuary. Insight 5. The hidden fatigue of trend chasing and its effect on identity. There's a kind of exhaustion that doesn't come from work or relationships, but from the quiet chase to stay relevant. The pressure to constantly update, reinvent, and remain current can drain emotional stability more than we realize. Each season brings a new narrative of what's desirable, subtly teaching you to doubt your own taste, your own rhythm. Over time, the joy of dressing turns into an unspoken race, one that no one truly wins. Trend chasing fractures identity because it shifts your focus from expression to validation. Instead of asking, does this feel like me? You begin asking, will this be enough for them? That constant recalibration pulls you further from your essence, leaving you dressed in approval rather than authenticity. There's a quiet antidote to this cycle, something I call style fasting. It's the intentional pause from buying, the conscious choice to stop consuming for a while and start observing. When you step back, you begin to see what you truly love. You might find yourself re-wearing familiar silhouettes, the soft dress that steadies you, the blazer that helps you focus, the jeans that make you breathe easier. These pieces aren't trends, they're extensions of your peace. Detaching from trends doesn't make you invisible, it makes you free. It restores the voice that fashion was meant to amplify, not silence. Sometimes peace begins in the pause between wanting and already having. Insight 6. Why neutral tones often restore inner stability. Neutral tones have a way of exhaling for you. Beige, ivory, taupe, and soft gray. These shades carry the calm of simplicity. They reduce what psychologists call cognitive noise, the overstimulation that can cloud decision-making and drain emotional energy. In a world that constantly demands reaction, neutrals offer rest. They remind your eyes and your mind that quiet can be just as powerful as color. Visual simplicity often mirrors emotional clarity. When your surroundings and your clothing become less chaotic, your thoughts begin to organize themselves. There's less friction between what you feel and how you appear. You move through the day with fewer internal negotiations, and that inner order shows up as confidence that doesn't need explanation. Neutrals also speak of maturity. They don't shout, they whisper presence. There's a sophistication in restraint, a confidence that doesn't depend on attention. During life transitions, when change feels loud and uncertain, reaching for neutral palettes can help re-anchor your calm. It's as if your clothing holds space for you to process, to breathe, to begin again without pressure. Neutrals aren't about blending in, they're about tuning out the noise that doesn't serve you. They're an aesthetic form of mindfulness, helping you meet the world from a centered place. Maybe the quiet colors aren't plain, maybe they're peace made visible. Insight 7. The link between posture, outfit structure, and emotional regulation. The way clothing holds your body can quietly shape how you hold your emotions. Structured pieces, like a well-fitted blazer, a crisp shirt, or a dress with defined seams, do more than flatter your silhouette. They guide your posture. When your spine aligns and your shoulders draw back, your breath deepens, your energy steadies, and your confidence begins to rise from the inside out. Research from health psychologists has found that upright posture doesn't just look confident, it signals confidence to the brain. Even on days when self-assurance feels distant, standing tall can activate neural pathways linked to optimism and emotional control. In contrast, slouching, something we naturally do in overly soft or shapeless clothing, can trigger low energy states, subtly amplifying fatigue or self-doubt. Think of the difference between lounging in a loose sweatshirt versus buttoning up a structured blazer before a presentation. The shift isn't only visual, it's psychological. The structure creates a gentle frame for your energy, supporting you the way good words or a steady breath might. But balance matters. Clothing should support, not restrain. The goal isn't stiffness, it's stability. The kind that allows you to feel both comfortable and composed, grounded yet ready. Sometimes the clothes holding your shoulders are reminding your spirit to stand taller. Bonus insight: building a wardrobe that listens, not performs. This is the quiet gift for those who stayed through the entire conversation. A wardrobe that listens is one that grows with you, not against you. It doesn't compete with your life stage, it supports it, gently adjusting as your rhythm, purpose, and priorities evolve. When you open your closet, ask yourself one honest question: does this piece honor who I am becoming? That single reflection transforms the way you dress. It shifts your focus from trends to truth, from accumulation to alignment. Clothes chosen with intention carry the energy of self-respect. They last longer, feel better, and tell quieter stories. A listening wardrobe values longevity and care over constant change. It's not about minimalism, it's about meaning. Let your clothes be companions in your evolution, not costumes for approval. If this message spoke to you, you're part of a circle of women who value depth over display. Comment "Grace is my language" to let me know you stayed until the end. Your presence here strengthens a movement, one built on conscious, elegant living. Each like, each share isn't promotion, it's contribution. It tells another woman that peace and beauty can coexist. If today's video touched something in you, let it stay with you as you dress tomorrow. There's another reflection waiting for you on the screen. I'll meet you there.